everyone. So it's been kind of like a long time since I've actually filmed in my room in this little area right here because I've been like such on a kick of filming outside lately that I haven't really filmed anything in here in so long. But I really thought that it was probably a good idea to film my video inside today because the last time I tried making this video I had to make it over like a million times. I was filming it outside and there was like airplanes, dogs, cars, all kinds of different distractions out there, and I just thought this is probably a better idea. So I got this idea from one of my favorite YouTubers, and her name on YouTube is MsCreepy. Her actual name is Danielle, and if you guys have not checked out her channel yet, I will leave it in the description so you guys can go subscribe to her if you would like. But I absolutely love her and her channel, and she made this video that was creepy facts about herself. And I really like the idea, so it inspired me to want to make one of my own. So this video is going to be creepy facts about me. So one of the number one creepy things about me you guys are probably already aware of, and that is that I am completely obsessed and intrigued by all things that are dark, morbid, and just gory and all that kind of shit. What I mean by that is, say for example, you're like scrolling through Facebook, which has happened to me before. You're scrolling through Facebook and you see a video that someone has posted on how autopsies are done. Can't speak. I will sit there and watch the entire video, like from the beginning to the end. For example, another example is like deaths at amusement parks, different things like that. That kind of thing always has just caught my interest for some reason. I have no idea why, and it's not that I'm like a mean-hearted person and that I want like people to die or I want to see their blood or whatever. I'm not like that at all. It's just like dark stuff like that has always intrigued me, and it's always caught my interest, and that I'm sure you guys already know about by now because my channel, that's all it is. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while and you've been watching my videos, then you probably already know this fact. And that is that I can see things that other people cannot see. What I mean by that is, right around when I turned about 16 or 17 years old, I started seeing these two spirits that are always around me. There's a spirit that's standing in white, and there's a spirit which I've seen in many different forms, but it's always dark. And I've always seen the white to be good, like a guardian angel, and I've always seen the dark to be kind of like bad. Well, the way that I see it is, it's kind of like a cartoon. Sometimes in cartoons, they have a little angel and a little devil sitting on their shoulders, and they're sitting there in their ears telling them what to do. These spirits are trying to get my soul. They're trying to win me over, if that makes any sense, and it's kind of like the whole cartoon thing. They've never really harmed me, but they scare me. Sometimes, I will admit, like when I'm home alone and it's dark in our house, like I'll have to turn on all the lights. Not because I'm scared of the dark, just because I'm scared of what I see in the dark. Because it mainly comes out whenever, you know, it starts to darken up in our house. It's only because of what I can see. And as long as they're not bothering me, like as long as they're not causing me any harm, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. But I am the only person, I believe, that can see them in my family, so it is kind of strange. I didn't see them whenever I was growing up, like when I was a little kid. It all kind of started when I turned about 16 or 17 or so. You know, I've been told that I'm very spiritually gifted whenever it comes to that sort of thing. Another creepy fact about me is that I have a very high pain tolerance, and what I mean by that is, for example, my parents always told me that I was tough when it came to physical pain, because when I was a little kid, I would go to the dentist and I would have my teeth drilled on, and he would say, well, raise your hand if you're starting to feel pain, you know, if it starts to hurt, whatever, raise your hand up and let me know. So I would not raise my hand. I would just sit there and take the entire thing. Like, he would sit there and drill my mouth and I would let him do it, and I would not say anything. And another thing, like, to use as an example is, in my immediate family, like, I am the only person out of all of us that has piercings, like, in my face. and has tattoos. I believe my family wants tattoos, but I'm the only one that's actually been brave enough to go and get one, if that makes any sense. And that might not be that weird, but I guess it's weird for my family because I don't know, but I've just been told that I have a very high pain tolerance when it comes to physical pain. Another thing is that I have a very strong intuition when it comes to certain things, and I believe that anyone can really have this if they really practice it, and if they really want to. Like, anyone can do this. But I feel like my intuition is very strong, and I feel like I have some sort of psychic ability. I'm not saying that, like, I can read people's minds, but I can pick up, like, vibes on certain people. Like, if I'm just meeting a new person, I can usually tell, like, right then and there, like, what kind of person they're going to be before I start talking to them. And that's not all the time. That's just, like, sometimes I get that vibe. Like, if they have bad intentions, you know, I can usually pick up on that immediately upon meeting them. I had a really intense gut feeling that my best friend was going to get pregnant. And then several months later, she finds out that she's pregnant. And that was something that really did happen, too. And another example, like, say that I'm sitting there thinking of a song. Like, the next couple of minutes, the song will come on the radio. So I've always had, like, a very strong intuition when it comes to stuff like that. And sometimes, you know, my gut feeling is not correct, but most of the time what I have, you know, had feelings about, or whatever, like, whatever my gut feeling has been on, most of the time it has been correct and it has come true. I'm not saying that I'm, like, psychic to the point where I can read people's minds, but I'm saying that I do feel like I have some sort of psychic ability, which I feel like anyone can have. Mine gets a little freaky sometimes. Sorry if you guys hear that washer. My mom is washing clothes right now, and you guys know that my washer is, like, right up against my wall to my room, so I apologize. Another weird, creepy fact about me is that I enjoy hearing people scream, and I enjoy scaring the crap out of people. And this all kind of came upon me after I started working in haunted houses. You know, the whole thing that makes haunted houses work and what makes them fun is scaring people. It is getting them to scream. Ever since I started working in haunted houses, like, I love the sounds of chainsaws, people screaming their lungs out, you know, and I just love making people jump and just scaring them. Like, I get so much enjoyment out of that, and I'm pretty sure that my favorite types of people to scare are men. Like, the big, buff, burly looking men that look real tough, and they walk into the haunt, you know, like, acting like, you know, they're not scared of anything, like, this doesn't faze them, and then they walk around the corner and you make them jump. Like, that is the most enjoyable and, like, satisfying thing to me. Another creepy fact about me is that I really enjoy the smell of fake theatrical blood. I have no idea why, I just really love the smell of it. It smells so good to me. Like, I could sit there and, like, sniff a bottle of fake blood and, like, it would be so satisfying. I'm pretty sure that most all haunters like the smell of it, but it smells so good. And also there's this, like, one kind of, like, oil stuff that they used to put in my hair at the old haunted house that I used to work at, that my friend Carla used to put in my hair, and it made your hair look greasy and nasty, but it smelled so good. And I don't know if that was, like, coconut oil, I don't really know what it was, but it smelled so good. And, like, people would walk past you and sniff your hair, and they'd be like, oh my god, your hair smells so good. It's like, I'm trying to scare you. Another creepy fact about me is that I really like extremely bloody, gory horror makeup. Special effects makeup, I love seeing blood when it comes to that sort of makeup. Like, for example, one of my favorite special effects makeup artists here on YouTube is Freakmo. And she does a lot of realistic, like, gory types of makeup. Like, her makeup could actually pass for being real. That's how good it is. But hers is always so gory, and, like, I enjoy watching that. Like, I don't know, it makes me sound weird. It makes me sound like a serial killer. I'm not a serial killer, I promise. But I just love seeing, like, blood when it comes to Halloween makeup. It's always my favorite part. Another creepy fact about me is that I love dolls. Ever since I was a little kid, I have played with baby dolls. and I've always had a big collection of dolls. And as I've gotten older and I've kind of developed this obsession with horror stuff, like, the more creepier the dolls are, the better. And I think that it all kind of came upon me after Annabelle, and, you know, I played Annabelle in the Haunt, and that kind of sparked that whole, like, addiction for me. I don't know, but I've always kind of loved dolls, and, you know, the dolls that Graveyard Girl collects, the, like, composition dolls that most people find creepy and, like, want nothing to do with. Like, I love those dolls. I love the way that they look. I think that they are so cute, and, like, I actually want to start, like, a whole collection of these dolls, and I want, like, a bookshelf to put them all on. And actually, a really funny story. I had a boy come to my house one time, and he walks into my room. He sees this Annabelle poster that's right behind me, which is always in my videos, and he takes one look at it, and he's like, oh, hell no, and he's out, and he, like, runs out my room. And I thought that it was funny, because he's a boy, and it's a poster, number one. It can't, like, jump off the wall, like, get him or anything, and I'm a girl, and it's in my bedroom. She watches every move that I make, and, like, it doesn't scare me at all. So I thought that that was kind of funny, but yeah, I have a really bad obsession with creepy baby dolls. That also leads me to, like, another creepy fact about me, and that is the fact that I love abandoned buildings. Like, I love abandoned places. I've always wanted to go and explore an abandoned place, but I haven't got the chance to do that yet. But I'm hoping to do that sometime in the future. But I just love the way that, like, beat down buildings look. Like, the ones that are decaying and, like, have paint peeling off the walls, and it's just really creepy to me, the fact that this building, or whatever this place was, at one point it was like a working building, and I had people actually in there, you know, and, like, now it's all, like, decaying, and, you know, paint's peeling off the walls, everything's, like, falling apart. That's just so creepy to me, and I don't know why. I love it. Like, I love them as they are. I don't think that they should be worked on. Like, I just think that they're so beautiful. And that sounds weird, but I think that they're so beautiful, and I just love the way that they look. I watch horror movies. You guys know my obsession with horror movies is insane. But I can watch horror movies while I am home alone in the dark, and, like, most of the time, they don't faze me. Every once in a blue moon will I get a movie that actually freaks me out. But most of the time I can sit there and watch them with, like, enjoyment on my face, and, like, it does not bother me at all. Like, when I was a little kid, my mom, like, when me and my sister would get in trouble for something, she would make us watch a horror movie as punishment for whatever we did. And my sister would be, like, freaking out, like, she would not want to sleep by herself, whatever, and I'd be sitting there wanting to watch and finish the horror movie. My sister has always been the complete opposite of me. Like, she hates everything to do with horror. She's scared of all of it, but I've always been, like, the one that's, like, chasing after the horror movies and stuff. Like, I love it. I don't know why. And I don't know why I keep talking with my hands like this. You guys know I love horror movies, and it takes a lot to scare me when it comes to horror movies. Another creepy fact about me is that most of my clothes that I own are black. Like, I do have a few clothing pieces that have color to them. My favorite color is actually turquoise. So I do have a few clothes that are turquoise and, like, bright colors. I have, like, two sides to me. Like, I have a side that wants to, like, be happy and pretty and girly and have, like, all these, like, floral dresses on. Like, my blue dress that I just got recently. Like, I love that dress. I think that it's so cute. Like, I have a side to me that wants to dress up like that. And then I have another side to me that's, like, gore, dark, horror, like, give me all the black clothes. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have, like, two split personalities when it comes to that. Like, I love girly things, and then I love horror, like, black things, but most of my clothes, is kind of embarrassing, are black. I don't know why. I just always loved the look of black on me. I think that it goes with anything. I have really freakishly long, tiny fingers. And what I mean by that is, everybody notices my fingers, and they say, you have really small fingers. And, like, you would look at my hand and be like, yeah, you have small fingers, but what's the big deal? Like, I cannot wear rings. Like, it's so hard for me to find rings that actually fit my fingers. Like, for example, hang on one second. I have this Damon Salvatore Vampire Diaries ring that I ordered offline like a couple months ago. This is a size 5 ring. That's still pretty small, right? I can put it on my middle finger, but I have to like clench my fingers together to get it to stay on my hand. Because if not, like if I just like move my hand around like this, like it wiggles around. And if I like sling my hand and I'm not careful, my ring will like go flying off my hand. That's happened to me several times. So it's very hard for me to find rings that actually fit my fingers. And I feel like if I was to like do my hands up and like put like fake fingernails on them and stuff, I would have like great like witchy hands and witchy fingers. Like I could cast a spell on someone because they're so long and like freakish looking. I don't know. I like my fingers though. Another thing is that I take a shower every single day, and I'm like a germaphobe when it comes to stuff. Like I always have to take a shower because I'm scared that I'm gonna smell or, you know, I'm gonna look bad. Like I'm a very hygienic person when it comes to my showers. But I like my showers to be scalding hot. Like, I mean scalding hot. There is a meme actually online somewhere, and it has like, it says like women in showers be like, and then it has like this person standing there, the water's touching them, and like slowly but surely their skin is like coming off of them. And if I can find that, I will put it in this video somewhere for you guys to see. But that is literally me. Like, I come out of the shower, and this might be TMI and kind of gross, but most of my skin is like so dry by the time I get out of the shower because I have my water so hot. Like, it's probably unhealthy for my skin, but I do it anyways because I love the feeling of it hitting my body. I don't feel clean unless I have a scalding hot shower going.
I have to use this like constantly because I am so dry because of my obsession with hot showers.
Okay, another creepy fact about me, which you guys might already know by now, you might not. I haven't really talked about it too much on my channel because I feel like it's such a controversial thing to talk about, and that is that I play with a Ouija board on the regular. Like, it's a regular thing in my home, and I know a lot of people are like freaked out by them and like they want nothing to do with them because the media makes them out to be like so bad. And trust me, I do believe that they can be bad if you are not careful. But I'm always safe whenever I'm playing with them. Like, I never play with them by myself. I always have someone playing with it with me, and I take it very seriously. I don't play around when it comes to it, so I feel like I'm very safe when it comes to them. But like, it's fun to me. It's fun and exciting talking to a ghost from the other side through a board. Like, it's so simple, but it really does work. Like, I've had very successful sessions with my Ouija board before, and I know it's weird to some people, but I think that, you know, it's a great way of communicating with the dead. So I guess another creepy fact about me is that I'm boy crazy. You guys know this already. Like, I am really boy crazy, and I'm kind of like, I don't want to say that like I'm like, I don't know, a pervert or anything, but it might be kind of true. But like, if I see a hot guy out in public, like, I'm gonna check him out. Like, I don't care who he is. Like, if I see a hot guy walk past me, I'm gonna sit there and stare at them. Like, even if I don't know them, I will sit there and stare at them until they marry me. Pretty much. But like, I have caught a few guys like looking over at me like,
this girl is weird, like, I don't even know her, she like sat here staring at me.
Like, I will stare at them. Like, if I'm like in a building, like for example, one time I was at a concert and we were waiting in line to like get our seats, and there was this hot guy in like the line next to me, and I was just like staring at him the entire time we were there until we left, and he was literally like waving at me because I stared at him for so long. And that is kind of creepy because, I mean, I guess it's kind of creepy for the guy, but it's not really, I don't know, it's still kind of creepy. But I don't mean anything by it. I'm just checking them out because they're hot. They should take it as a compliment. Okay, so I guess another creepy fact about me is that I love, aside from horror stuff, which you guys know that I'm into, The other thing that has always kind of interested me is like murder and crime and like disappearance cases, like stuff like that, like forensic kind of things. I've always kind of been into that. Like that's the other thing that has always caught my interest. And as I said before, it's not because like I'm a mean-hearted person and like I want these people to die or whatever. I just think that it's so interesting, and like it's absolutely insane to me that someone could just disappear off the face of the planet. I've been told by my family before that I should go in to be a forensic person because like I'm always watching the shows on the ID channel. Forensic Files when I was a little kid was like always one of my favorite shows. Like I would sit there and watch it with my family and like I really enjoyed it. But then I was told by, I think one of my family members told me that I wouldn't want to go in to be a forensic person because they have to touch dead bodies, and I'm like, that wouldn't be a big deal for me. But like I just think that it'd be like a very good job to have, because not only are you doing something that you're like very into, but you're also helping out a family who might have lost a loved one to murder or something like that. So I feel like it can really help people out. Okay, another creepy fact about me is that I like being on my own. And I'm not just saying like home alone. This isn't really creepy, but I think in our society nowadays it would be kind of considered creepy. I'm a girl, and I feel like society is always like trying to tell girls that they need a boyfriend, they need to go out and get married and have kids and like be a trophy wife pretty much. That's not me at all. I'm not like one of the fairy tale types of ladies. Like that's not me. Like I actually enjoy my alone time. I love being single. And like I don't need a boyfriend to complete me or to make me happy. That's not to say that if you do have a relationship or you're happy with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that it's a bad thing. You know, do whatever makes you happy. I don't see anything wrong with it. But just my personal thing is I enjoy being single, and I'm perfectly happy being on my own, and I think any girl could be happy on their own. They don't need a boy to complete them or to satisfy them, make them happy, whatever. I don't know how this like creepy facts about me got turned into like a big like life lesson, but anyway, I'm so happy being on my own. And I mean, I'm not saying that later on down the road if I met somebody who made me like extremely happy and he wanted to get married to me that I wouldn't marry them. Like if I met that person, then it might happen. But I'm just saying, as far as right now goes, I'm perfectly happy being single, and I don't need it to be happy. You know what I mean?
You can hear every word that happens in the room next to me. I'm serious. Our walls need to be more soundproof.
I'm sure there are so many more creepy facts about me that I'm forgetting, so I'll probably end up making like a part 2 to this or something. But yeah, those were all of the creepy facts about me that I could think of at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and become a morbid maniac. Also, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of some of these creepy facts about me, and what are some creepy facts about you. Leave me a comment and let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video.